All right, guys, so welcome to another episode of the Powerhouse training here in the Powerhouse Mentality Facebook community. Now, for today's training, I'm actually going to be using this almost as a storytelling situation to kind of get you guys more connected to the brand, the mission, the purpose of the Powerhouse Mentality as a whole. But I also want to use this opportunity to break down and give you everything that you need to know about the wheel of competition. So last week, me and Stone went live in both the Facebook group as well as on my Instagram to spin the wheel of competition for our first quarterly competition. Now, each quarterly competition will be happening, you guessed it, quarterly. So there's going to be 4 of these competitions a year, but because, of course, we're starting this one in July, there's going to be 2 in 2024. Now, this will be the first one, and I'm going to break down on this live, on this podcast, exactly what the Wheel of Competition is, the mission, the purpose of it, as well as the mission and the purpose of the Powerhouse Mentality, because I want to get you guys, like I said in the beginning, more connected to the mission and more connected to the brand, because I was listening to a podcast last week, one of my favorite podcasts, the Nick Bare podcast. Highly recommend that you guys listen to it. Very valuable. And Nick Bare is the CEO and founder of a company called BPN. It's Bare Performance Nutrition. It's a supplement company. And honestly, it's similar to First Form in the sense where it is more than a supplement company. It's a community. It's a brand. And he was asked the question, what does brand mean to you? Like, how would you define brand? And the way that he did it was just so beautiful. Like, that's all I can say about it. And it made me really connected to my mission, my purpose, the purpose of all of us at the Powerhouse Mentality, is that this brand, it's emotion. It's a heartbeat that we want to continue to grow and grow bigger. And right now that heartbeat might be faint and maybe only a few people can hear it. But eventually that heartbeat is going to become something that so many people can hear and that impacts so many people all around the world. And I want you to understand, guys, that everything that we do has a purpose to it. All of the clothing that we design has a purpose to it. Everything that we do in order to put out valuable content to you guys and help you become better has a purpose. Now, let's get into exactly what that mission and purpose is. But before we do that, I gotta crack it open. Topo Chico, sponsor me. We are going with the lime with mint extracts. And I knocked it on the fucking table, and Kane is barking because he thinks somebody knocked on the door. However, I can see out my window, there is nobody at the front door. Hey, Kane. Silence. That's how we do it around here, real life, you know? You got a Great Pyrenees, you have no idea when that Great Pyrenees is just going to start barking at nothing. And I know that a couple people in the group have a Great Pyrenees, so they totally understand the life. And the funny thing is that our Great Pyrenees will bark at absolutely nothing, and then our Belgian mutt, whatever he is, will never open his mouth unless something is actually wrong. And that's when we know that something is actually wrong. So, guys, the mission and the purpose of the Powerhouse Mentality. And I'll go back and I'll tell a story, but first let me talk about the mission. So the mission and purpose of the Powerhouse Mentality is building community through competition by bringing together all different styles of training, kind of knocking down the walls that are between all of these different training styles and modalities. So for example, bodybuilders are in their camp, and then CrossFitters are in their camp, and then powerlifters are over there, and strongmen are over there, and runners are over there. We want to knock down those fucking walls and bring you all together because we're all trying to become the best version of ourselves through getting uncomfortable. That's exactly what training is all about. And I always say the more adversity that I face in the gym through my training, the more I'm able to overcome and handle the adversities that I'm facing outside of the gym. Because it's not a matter of if life's going to punch you straight in the face. It's kind of a matter of when life is going to punch you in the face. And if you handle more adversity in training and you're constantly seeking intentional discomfort and you're overcoming that, then when life punches you in the face, you're going to be able to handle it more so than somebody who doesn't intentionally seek discomfort. We also want to silence the bullshit of the fitness and health space, because unfortunately, there is a lot of bullshit in the health and the fitness space, primarily because you can find anything on the internet that serves your agenda. So if you're trying to push a certain agenda, because that agenda that you're pushing puts more dollars in your pocket, then you can find a way to push it and find supporting research behind it. Because the reality is, a lot of the people who are pushing certain agendas down your throat on social media, especially if they don't wear shirts in the grocery store, that gets attention, and they start screaming at labels, and then they try to sell you a product, and they're telling you about all these research studies and papers. How many of you actually go and look at that research study and paper that they're citing? Probably not many of you. So there's a lot of bullshit, and we're trying to be truth seekers, and we will always be truth seekers. If we don't know the answer to something, we're going to fucking find it out, right? Always with the intention to help you become the best version of you and learn along the way. We're also going to push you to seek discomfort for exact reasons why I said before, right? More adversity you face in training in the gym and in life, the more you're able to overcome when life punches you in the face. And we want you to become the best version of yourself. So that's the mission and the purpose, and vision behind the Powerhouse Mentality. And one thing that I've noticed over the last few years, and we've noticed as a team, is that our society is becoming soft. Really fucking soft, unfortunately. And as humans, we default to what is most comfortable, and we stay there, right? Because your brain wants to keep you safe and comfortable. And we want to break that mold. I want to, and our team wants to help you pursue personal excellence in order to build the life that you've always dreamed of. Because whatever you want in your life, you can have it so long as you never quit, you never stop learning, and you always seek discomfort. And we want to show you what's truly possible when you fully commit to yourself. Because most people, they don't fully commit to themselves. Most people are very interested in achieving a specific goal, but they never actually are committed to achieving a specific goal. And the difference between being interested and being committed is those who are interested are going to do it when it's convenient, and those who are committed are going to do it regardless and not accept excuses. And I'm extremely passionate about this mission because I was once the person who settled for mediocrity. I had zero belief in myself and in things that I could accomplish. And I was always throwing myself a pity party. And I know that a lot of you just know me over the last maybe 3-4 years when I started to get my shit together. And you're probably like, there's no way. You threw yourself a pity party? Yes, because we all start somewhere. I wasn't always the psychopath you see today. I was in a point in my life where I was allowing fear to sit in the driver's seat of my life while I just sat in the passenger seat. And I let fear take me wherever the fuck it wanted to take me. And I had my hands off the wheel and was just like, go ahead, fear, you got this, drive my life. And that's no way to actually accomplish anything worthwhile in life. And it's frankly a very miserable way to live. And it wasn't until I almost died of an eating disorder, recovered, almost died again, recovered, just to start having horrible anxiety and horrible depression, went through some abusive stuff that I'm not going to get into, and then I tried to kill myself, and I failed. And it was in that moment that I realized, hey, maybe I'm put on this earth for a reason, and a month after that attempt is when the gyms shut down. And for those of you who don't know, I was a general manager at gyms. So I lived in the gym. I was at the gym for like 14 hours a day. So when the gym shut down in 2020, I thought I'd lost everything. And being a month off of trying to kill myself, it wasn't a really good situation for me mentally. But instead of always throwing the pity party that I always threw for myself and going back into those depression episodes, I started Andy Frisella's 75 Hard program. I used that as my last chance. And that was before, anybody knew what 75 Hard was. It was like before the app even came out, before the book, when Andy Frisella just started the Real AF and he was doing the MF CEO project, Shout out to all those who know what that is, because that is one of the most phenomenal things. You should YouTube it. MFCEO Project. It'll change your life. Now, 75 Hard was my last chance. And I told myself, like, if this doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and maybe I'll try again to kill myself, you know? But the pursuit of excellence and constantly seeking discomfort changed my life. Like, I built grit, I built fortitude, I built confidence, I built belief. I built a new me, a better me, a stronger me, a me that would never let her past and all the shit that had happened to me at that point in my life hold me back. Because my past and your past does not define you. You cannot go back and change it. What you can do is learn, grow, and heal from it. And pursue more. Pursue better. All of that through pushing myself both physically and mentally to the max, only to see that I could do more. And that's what the Powerhouse Mentality is all about. You will be pushed here. You will also be supported, and you will be loved, because tough love, in my opinion, is the best kind of love. This will be challenging, it will be tough, but you can handle it. And you're never going to be alone along the way. And you might fail along the way, and you will fail, to be honest. And that's okay, because that's normal. And those who are most successful are not those who never fail, but it's those who fail the most, but get back up the fastest. So now that you know what the Powerhouse Mentality is all about, the mission, the purpose, the vision of the brand, I want to talk about the wheel of competition and how that kind of fits in here. Because for a lot of people, you guys were confused on what the fuck is the wheel of competition? What is this? How do I get involved? Do I get involved? What do I do? So the biggest thing I want you to know about the wheel of competition is that it goes exactly along the mission and purpose of the Powerhouse Mentality. It's meant to push you, but you're going to be supported and loved along the way. Thumbs up, right? So we wanted to give a non-biased way of competing, right? Because a lot of competitions, you're going to a powerlifting competition, you're going to a CrossFit competition, a bodybuilding competition, you're going to run a marathon. Those are all different things of competition, but remember, we're all about building community through competition and bringing all of those different training modalities together and breaking down those walls. So the wheel of competition, what we did is we bought a fancy fucking wheel from Amazon. It's really fucking cool. And it has 18 spots on the wheel. So we designed 18 different workouts that are all meant to push you both physically and mentally. Mentally being the key here. And they were from all different types of training modalities and mixing all different types of training modalities. So that way it was completely non-biased. We spun the wheel. We didn't know where it was going to land. Nobody knew where it was going to land. Only God knew where it was going to land. And we let destiny take over and the workout was selected. And it's a non-biased, fun way to compete and force us all to get uncomfortable and maybe do something that we've never done before. And that's the point, right? If you look at the workout that was selected and you think, I've never done anything like that, that's the point, right? The fitness space is flooded with different challenges, right? The first Form 8-week challenge is a phenomenal quarterly challenge that happens. I'm all about that. I love challenges. But the thing is, there's nothing wrong with them, but we wanted to do something different. We wanted to introduce something completely different that was on the complete other side. So we're not focusing on hey, we want you to lose as much weight as possible, or we want you to get the best results fat loss wise as possible and change your body composition. You will do that if you focus on performance, I promise you that. However, we want to be able to push you both physically and mentally to see what you're capable of. Because remember, society is getting too soft and we want you to push yourself. And I promise that if you're more willing to push yourself into areas of discomfort, you're going to be more disciplined to do the things that you want to do in all areas of your life. Health, fitness, career, family, anything. Now, registration for the Wheel of Competition goes through the end of July, and August 1st is when all of your perks begin. So let me talk about exactly what you get when you sign up for the Wheel of Competition. All right, so you're going to get 8 weeks of powerhouse training programming designed by myself, a crazy person who has 10 plus years in the fitness industry and lots of different certifications and credentials and actually knows how to program properly. Designed by myself to improve strength, conditioning, overall performance, and fitness as a whole. This is designed to help you earn your best score on the workouts, but also get fit as fuck while doing it. And when you get fit as fuck and you're focusing on nutrition and sleep as well, you're going to look sexy as fuck. So performance, nutrition, and performance supplement guide, because nutrition and recovery is a huge piece of performance. You could train as hard as you want, but if your nutrition is terrible, or you're not fueling your body properly, and you're not sleeping properly and recovering properly, then you're not going to see the results that you want, and you're not going to improve your performance. You're kind of just going to be beating yourself and not getting anything from it, which is not fun. There's a fine balance to it all. You're also going to get a free, exclusive Wheel of Competition designed specifically for the Wheel of Competition t-shirt. And I know that everybody fucking loves a free t-shirt. I know my client Sarah Schwally would literally kill for a free t-shirt. She told me once she would do anything for a free t-shirt. So, I mean, if she doesn't sign up for the Wheel of Competition, then that would be deeming her a liar. Now, you will also get bi-weekly group Zoom calls led by myself and the Powerhouse team, and it's focused on a Q&A style to help you with whatever you need help with along the journey. We will have a topic, but I really want it to be more of like an open forum, like for you guys to talk about what you're struggling with or where your wins are, and we can talk about like, hey, how can we work together to help you continue to move forward? And the coolest part, the part that everybody wants to know, is what do I win if I win? So there's going to be hundreds of dollars worth of prizes for male and female podium people. So first, second, and third, males and females, will earn hundreds of dollars worth of prizes from companies and brands that we align with and personally use every single day. First Form, Just Meats, Flux Footwear, 3 Arrow Apparel, Soft Socks. I think that's it. Now let's talk about what the workout was, because if you didn't watch the Wheel of Competition live, or if you didn't see it, it's up pinned to the top, so you guys can always go back and watch it. The workout is 3 minutes on, 1 minute off for 10 sets. So it's a 40-minute workout. It sucks. I've done it. 15-calorie assault bike for the men, 12-calorie assault bike for the women, 15-calorie row for the men, 12-calorie row for the women. And then in the time remaining in that 3-minute AMRAP, you have to do max burpees to plate. Next week, we are going to do a video with all of the standards and show you guys, okay, what does the max burpees to plate look like what counts as a rep, etc. and so forth. Now, for those of you who say, what the fuck is an assault bike, or my gym doesn't have a rower, or my gym doesn't have an assault bike, you can go to a gym that is not your gym for 1 day to complete a workout. You have till September 30th or 31st, I don't know, because I don't know how many days are in September, in order to complete and submit your scores. That's the purpose. You get the entire quarter to become as fit as fucking possible in order to achieve your best score and push your body to the ultimate limit. So I'm sure you can pay a day fee to go to a CrossFit gym or do a trial and get, access to an assault bike and a rower. So, with all of that being said, I need to address the comment from Joey that's in the Facebook group that says, I love getting punched in the face. So, I'm assuming Joey will be doing this workout because knowing him, and I've trained alongside him once in Naples, Florida, when it was 1 billion degrees outside. We were doing some rowing. We were doing some wall balls. We were doing some box jumps, and we were doing some burpees. I expect Joey to fucking annihilate this workout because it's going to punch him in the face. And it's going to be something that's very uncomfortable. And I know Joey's all about doing uncomfortable shit. But, guys, that's all that I have for tonight. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast, but also this Powerhouse training. If you have any questions about the Wheel of Competition, drop them down in the comments below. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. Shoot me an email. But I will also put the link to register for the Wheel of Competition in the comments here, in the show notes of the podcast. It is $49 and you get all of that. So please invite your friends, invite your family members. Let's get some good competition going, and I'll see you guys next time.